this tutorial we want to look at how to draw a planet and how we can make it one planet move around the other. So I'll just remove the cube I have here. By the way, this is a beginner's tutorial, so I'll be a bit slow. Now let's go here. I right click and do delete, and then I go to add, and then I put a plane here. I would as well maybe go to add mesh, and then I would put a UV sphere as well. Let's press 3 on our numpad on our keyboard to get a side view of it. I would want to move the sphere up a bit, so it's already selected. Let's press G and then we press Z to move it up just a little, above the sphere. That's what we want. Let's see here. I come for my plane, and the plane I would extend it as well. So let's go to S for resizing, and then let's move it to somewhere like here. You see the grid there, you can just put it so that it gets to the line here like that. You can also move things by just coming here. You can rotate by coming here, and then you can scale. I'm just using the shortcuts keys. Okay, so now we have this, we've done this. Let's look at what we have already. I would go to 7 to see the thing. Let's have a top view, so I press 7, and then this is what we have on the top view. I want to do a duplicate of this, so just press it and just go to Shift D to do a duplicate of it, and then press X and move it a bit to this side. Somewhere here is okay. And then I want to let's reduce it a bit, so go to S and then move it in a bit just to make it a bit smaller. Okay, now let's see what we've done so far. We have something like this going on for us. Let's go to render here to see how it will look. I think it's okay. The next thing I will do is that I want to put some material into the plane so things look a bit better. So we go to a material property here, and then we go to new, and then here base color, let's put a brick texture here. We'll put some color in later, but maybe we leave it as it is now. And then we come here, let's choose the sphere, let's smoothen it a bit. So right click and then go to shade smooth. Let's add if you want, you can add a modifier. So you come here, choose add modifier, and then let's do some subdivision on surface. Now this, let's put some material on. I will go to new here, and then I will just put an image. I got an image from Pixabay. They have very nice images. Come to here base, and then I'll go to image texture, and then come here to open. But you see now change is waiting for us. We come here. I have mine here at the recently used, so I would put maybe this on here, and then I want to show you how to use actually the shading editor, because it's very useful to to use it when you have so many things here, and with time that's what you'll be using. So you can come here and go to shader editor. You see already this thing here, what we created here is already here. It creates nodes. This is the if I make it a bit bigger, this is the material output. You always have a material output. The principal BSC, that was what we used here, and is that you see principal BSDF is the same, and this is the image thing we did, which it's created a node here. We can adjust this. I'll move this here, and then we can adjust these individually if you want to add more. There are many shaders here. If you look here, add shader, you see this is what we have, but you could replace the principal shader with any of these shaders here. And then this, it's a texture, the same texture. We could choose the brick and other things here. You can also do, I chose the image texture from here. So this is what we have. Maybe I want to put some converter in to maybe change the color that we have there. So I would go to converter, and then I'll use a color ramp. If you bring it somewhere here, it already tries to connect things, and then you can just change the color here. Let's see here. Maybe I choose something like blue. Blue is always good, but something like that. You can choose whatever you like. It's not really. Blue is good. I choose blue, and I would adjust this a bit so the inner thing is a bit visible. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. I think it's good like this. I mean, you can add more things here to add some other color here, or adjust things if you want. Like here, I could have to adjust things, but I will just stick to this white, and this is just to show you what you could actually do. But I would just stick to this. Okay, so don't waste so much time on that. Now I'll go to my plane also. You see, it has already created some things. I think I would want to change this color. You see, there's the brick is there. I would want to also put some color here, but let's put converter. I don't know what we've just used this again. Okay, and then maybe we choose maybe this is good. I think we are good like this. You can adjust things the way you want it to be. Okay, I leave this as it is, and here let's do some subdivision, smoothing it quickly, and then we can add another image. You can add it here, new or new here. Let's do it here. Okay, sorry, new and new here. First we have to create that new, and then now here I would want to add texture. The texture we want to do, let's use an environment texture. There we can also put some image in. I go to Pixabay again. Thank you, Pixabay. And then I would choose anything at all I like. Maybe I have that, so maybe I choose this. I mean, it's weird. Anyway, Now I have to connect this to this so that we can see what we chose. The next thing we want to do is we want to get this moving around this. Now let's look for the centers, because that's very important. When if I want this to move around this, the center of this should be in the where the center is. I have to move my 3D cursor to the center of this object. So what I will do is, let me go to edit mode, and then I'll press shift S, and then I'll say cursor to selected. Okay, so it's when there. I go to tab again, or add object, and then now I want to move the center of this object to where the cursor is, because the cursor is at the center of this. So I would just go to object, set origin, and then origin to 3D cursor. So now, so that's when I'm moving this, I am let's give it a shot and see whether it will go around this, just to be sure, right? So we go to R, and then we see it will move around this, so we are good. Let's leave it as it is. Okay, now we change this to the timeline. This will not be perfect because this I'm just showing you how to do things. Okay, the thing we want to do is that we want to move this around, so we leave the starting point at this place. So I leave this here, and then I go to, if you don't know how to use this, I have a short video on how to set keyframes, but we have this here. We want to set a keyframe. Let's go to the properties of this thing here, and then we will just leave it as it is, and then maybe we move this to where it is. I just put a keyframe there. Okay, so I will insert a keyframe where it is now, and then I would move this maybe somewhere here. Let's just put it at 100. I don't just will not waste much time. 101. You can put it at 100, and then let's change this to be rotating. Maybe in that time, let it rotate about, maybe we should do 360 times 3 times. We can see whether we like it or not, and then we set our keyframe. So and then set keyframe, or right click and set a keyframe. Let's see how everything went. We go back to this and see whether we get some movement. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to show you today. In the next videos we can do more on this and show how when you animate you can change things to slow them down. Thank you for watching. If this helped you in any way, please help me by subscribing to my channel or by giving this video a like. Thank you. Bye.